Christopher Bell. What do you say about him? I mean, like Mr. Clutch in the playoffs. Like, I don't think anybody would have thought if you told me in the playoffs Christopher Bell's 2 wins will come at the Charlotte Roval and Martinsville. Like, that's like 2 of his worst tracks. Like, I'm thankful we honestly didn't even do a preview for Martinsville because we would have looked like freaking idiots based off of what
I don't even know what I would have done, but
I would. I mean, I know I wouldn't have picked Bell. I know I wouldn't have picked Bell. I mean,
I might have just because the short track package is so good. But
they are good, but I don't think they were like better than Blaney or Byron or Hamlin good. Like
I don't know.
I didn't think that, man.
They're like top 3, top 4 in short track speed all season.
But it's just Martinsville, man. Like it's not his track. And I mean, he even admitted in his post-race stuff, like this place has been tough on me over the years. Like he wasn't even on my radar for basically a win this weekend. Like I counted him out. That's bad on my part, but
I think part of it is that like there are tracks that drivers are good and bad at, but I think the prevailing thing is the results they show in season of where the package is good and where the package is bad. And I think we've seen this year in somebody like Christopher Bell, where maybe there are tracks, or even somebody like Larson in the past, where he went out and won Martinsville and stuff like that, when Martinsville is one of his worst tracks. These are still very good race car drivers who, if you give them good enough stuff, even if it's a mediocre or bad track for them, they'll still go out and win a race. And I think Christopher Bell all season long, being as fast as that team has been on short ovals all season long, I mean, obviously it was something good enough where they could go out and get track position and go out and do the thing. So
yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed with him. He was, I feel like we both of us said that he was like our dark horse kind of guy in the playoffs, like one to watch, had good speed, and they finally started putting that together, getting some stage wins there late in the regular season and into the playoffs. And then they all put it together really with another 4-tire call here again on Sunday by Adam Stevens. It didn't look good.
Well, it didn't look good for like 6 laps, and then it looked really good.
I was nervous, man, because I thought, whoa, I mean they just threw this thing away. Yeah, that's true. But like, were you not nervous, or not necessarily nervous, or like, did you think they made the wrong call, like pitting for 4 there? Like,
I thought Briscoe made the right call, and I thought Bell made the right call. Just in terms of Briscoe, you have to throw that Hail Mary. Yeah. And if you're those guys, you kind of have to play the smart game of, if we can get there, the tires will be enough. And clearly they were.
Thank God. Because I mean, if that was the spring race, I don't know if it would have, which is kind of crazy to think about. But Bell did a fantastic job executing, came up through the field after having a pretty poor qualifying back in 20th, and was one of the only guys that made his way forward in that first stage. And I think that's where they kind of like, stake their claim that like they were going to be somebody to beat. And they ran around in the top 5 there while Hamlin dominated. And then the pit crew pounced at the right time. And the old 18 crew for Hamlin, after they made the swap, did not pay off. They had a couple of mishaps on pit road, slow stops compared to the competition. And that's ultimately probably the reason Hamlin's not in the championship 4, because he would have been right up there in the lead, or at least second, if things kind of fell his way where he had the track position and everything like that. But definitely a tough one for Hamlin to fall out like that. And his hunt for a first title will have to wait yet another season.
Yeah, and props to Christopher Bell for being able to go out and win in these must-win scenarios. Like we always, we talk about these must-wins, blah, 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 whatever, and usually it's some long shot that never even gets close. And Christopher Bell has gone out and won not one, but twice. And because of that, he has an opportunity to run for a championship this upcoming weekend.
I'm ecstatic for him. So I hope he can pull it off. We'll get onto our picks a little later, but you have anything else you want to address about the Cup Series stuff at Martinsville, or should we move on?
Not really. I think we're going to move on.
Martinsville, done and dusted for the Cup Series. Great final race for the round of 8. Should stay that way, obviously. Obviously, we had our concerns, going into it based off of the spring race, but it paid off once again on that final lap.